Methods for student class grouping. Should we divide the kids into age or academic ability groups? Despite the fact that many schools and institutions of many kinds arrange students in various ways, traditionally, this is done according to age. This indicates that pupils of a particular age are in a particular grade. For instance, 9th grade kids are those who are 15 years old. Based on their aptitudes and skills in the classroom, pupils might also be grouped. This approach to student classification is referred to as ability grouping, tracking. The method of breaking up the class into smaller instructional groups is known as ability grouping, commonly referred to as tracking. Loveless, 2016. Within class grouping and between class grouping are the two types of ability grouping. The teacher divides the class into smaller groups based on the students' abilities, talents, and responses to brief reading or math exercises. According to Research Spotlight on Academic Ability Grouping, between-class grouping is the practice at the school of separating pupils into various classes or courses in accordance with their academic achievement. Multi-age grouping, the third way to divide students into groups, includes putting students in one class who are in various grades. Based on their knowledge levels, students from various grades are put together in a single class. All educational approaches have advantages and disadvantages if they are taken into consideration. Age categories. Students in a course are grouped according to their ages in an age-based grouping. The age-based teaching system used in schools has both many benefits and drawbacks. In a class, every student is the same age. Thus, there is a higher likelihood that all the pupils will acclimate to one another. Teachers are not allowed to favor students in one grade over students in another or the opposite. On the other side, grouping pupils by age can result in a knowledge gap where kids who understand ideas must take simple lessons. A study conducted by Jonathan Plucker, a professor of renowned development at Johns Hopkins University and a famous specialist on school policy. According to Plucker's analysis of testing data from both the federal government and individual states, 20% to 40% of elementary school and middle school students perform at least one grade above their current grade, and 11% to 30% of these students perform one grade above their current grade in math. According to the researchers' findings, the American government wastes billions of dollars on students who already have a solid understanding of the subjects they are studying. Grouping by aptitude. Students become friendlier as a result of ability grouping because they all have similar interests. It is quite simple for the instructor to plan the speed of the entire course when they are teaching a group of students that share the same interests. Hopkins, 2009. However, it also discriminates against pupils on the basis of their ethnicity, sex, and other physical characteristics. The National Education Association, NEA, believes that academic standards are discriminatory based on socioeconomic position, ethnicity, race, or gender. As a result, it needs to be removed. B16, 1998, and 2005 NEA resolutions. Grouping of composite classes. Similar to age-based grouping, mixed age, also called composite class grouping, allows students of different grades to be in classrooms of different grades. The owner and operator of Emerging Educational Consulting, Laura Barr, conducted research to determine whether multi-age classes are appropriate for children. Barr, 2012. According to her analysis, having the same teacher for 2 to 3 years allows for a high level of comfort between the teacher and student. Bullying is less likely to occur in multi-age classrooms because they foster stronger bonds between kids of various grade levels. Barr, 2016. It is both simpler and more difficult for teachers to teach students of different grades at the same time when they are mixed together by age. Easier because teachers can work with multiple grade levels of pupils at once. There are many benefits and drawbacks to the mixed age group. Students from various grades feel more sociable when they are grouped with others of similar ages. A complete curriculum is available, which keeps kids constantly active, prevents them from thinking about their peers, and fosters a sense of rivalry among all students. Many states in the United States use this kind of educational system. Most courses in all of those schools have pupils in them who are at different grade levels. Conclusion. In summary, all of these systems have an impact on the psychological environment around the pupils when they are in use. Basic age grouping forces pupils to compete with one another in a class while also forcing them to learn material they are not prepared for or already know. Based on their skills and talents, pupils are divided into groups called abilities. Ability grouping forces students with similar talents to study together but prevents other pupils from learning about and developing an interest in other subjects. It does not allow students the chance to learn about other subjects. Instead, it primarily concentrates on improving their abilities in one particular area. Last but not least, mixed age grouping enables students of various grades to collaborate in the same classroom. The various categories therefore depend on the setting in which pupils study and what the professors prefer.